A little bit about the story, Manana Doesn't Mean Tomorrow. As you will see in the website here, there's a description. It took me 8 years to write Manana Doesn't Mean Tomorrow. It took me 3 years of living it, and several years just to be comfortable with having people read it, because it can be very personal on occasion. So the quick synopsis is that I fell in love with Mexico 30 years ago, bought an old sailboat, fixed it up, brought it to Mazatlan, got in the sailing charter business with a couple of Mexicans, that had a ragtag sport fishing flota, promised me everything would be fine. I brought the boat down, I got some flyers, I started taking people sailing, and it was all illegal. Unbeknownst to me, it was 100% illegal. They were just shucking and jiving me. And I ended up getting busted one night and almost going to jail, almost getting deported, and almost having my boat confiscated. It was quite an adventure. It's a 3-year window, and I kept trying, and I kept trying, and I kept believing these guys against all odds, because I wanted it so bad. I really wanted it bad. That's the essence of this story. Like I said, it's a 3-year window. During that 3 years, I went back and forth to Mazatlan a couple of times. I brought a Jeepster down with a trailer, a travel trailer to live in. I had the boat down here. I kept fits and starts trying to do business. We could never get legal. It was just off and on. And there were some trying times. I mean, there were some amazing times, absolutely amazing, no question about it, but there were some trying times where, I spent all my money, bought this boat, fixed it up, broke down in Cabo, got here with hardly any money, and just scraping by. Met my really good friend Roberto at that time. He was the son of one of my partners. Now Roberto, for 30 plus years, has been a really good friend. And here I am in Mazatlan now in June of 2018, and Roberto and I'm getting ready to drive back to California, and Roberto and I are going to take the little road trip from Mazatlan to Nogales, Arizona / Mexico, and then he's going to come back to Mazatlan. He and I are good buddies. We're going to do a road trip up to Nogales, and he came down with me when I drove this time in December, late December. He met me in Nogales, and we tripped to Mazatlan. He's a good buddy, and he's in the book. Not a lot, but he is in the book. By the way, he also is in a couple of the short stories in the book that's just coming out, Tales from Mananaville. And Roberto's featured in a few of those stories. He's a good guy. He's smart. He speaks good English. He knows what's going on in Mexico, and he's a great asset. It's the nuts and bolts of Manana Doesn't Mean Tomorrow. I encourage you, if you've gone this far, to check out the actual reviews of what people have said that have read Manana. People like it, and it's a fun read, I think. In fact, sometimes I wrote it a long time ago, and sometimes I go back and I open it up and I look at a page and I think, wow, I did that. That was me. It's pretty incredible, absolutely pretty incredible. So once again, thank you much for checking out the website, looking at this little clip that has to do just with Manana Doesn't Mean Tomorrow. I think you'll like it, as I mentioned before, about anything I write. If you don't like it, let me know. My email address is everywhere. You send me an email, I'll send you your money back. You send me the book back without any margarita stains on it, and whatever you do, and I'll be happy to refund your money. No questions asked, as long as the book's not all messed up. Anyway, thank you very much, and I also appreciate good feedback too. I'm real confident that you're going to like Manana Doesn't Mean Tomorrow. I really am. I say that after several years of selling that book and having people respond. I've been kind of low key with Manana for a couple 3 years, because I've been waiting for this third book, which is really the third book is really the book of substance, the 15 short stories. Now that that's going to be ready in a couple of months, I'm really going to be promoting Manana Doesn't Mean Tomorrow again. Like I said, I'm confident you're going to like it. That's how I can say, hey, if you don't like it, I'll send you your money back. There are reviews on Amazon, which I'll have a link in this website, and there are reviews in the website of people that have read the book. People really like the book, and I'm really happy about that. It's really nice to have that kind of feedback, to have people say, wow, I never looked at something that way, or how did you manage that? Great to see somebody with that kind of determination. Or sometimes they say, that's great to see somebody with that kind of stupidity, because we're all in this together. We're all in this whole planetary thing together, and And it's nice that we can be vulnerable. And I am vulnerable in this book, and you'll see that. And that's the only way it can be done. I had to treat myself as fairly and unbiasedly as I feel like I treated everybody else in the story. It's a true story. A couple of people that are in the story have read it and are not happy with how they've been depicted, but those people were peripherally involved in the story, and I stand by everything I wrote, absolutely. So if you if you're in the story and you read it and you don't like it, give me a call or send me an email and we'll talk about it. But I think I treated everyone fairly, even me. And there's not a doubt that I admit to any of my foibles and, as my friend Ray says, my peccadillos that have to do with living life and adventuring in Mazatlan. Again, thanks a lot. Thanks for checking out my website. Thanks for going through this whole introductory video. It's good to meet you wherever you are. Maybe I'll see you on the road. I hope to spend some time in some marinas this summer in California. Hasta luego. Safe travels. Fair winds.